So I'm back with part 5. Let's really start getting into this lesson. All right. And we're going to start here in Proverbs 12, 5 through 7. All right. And then, of course, we have plenty precepts. So, and why? Because it is through thy precepts I get thy understanding. All right. And that's how the scriptures are read. It's precept upon precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. All right. And you read that in both, what is that? Isaiah 28 and 10. And what is that? Psalms 119, 104. All right. All right. Let's get into this. The thoughts of the righteous. Who are the righteous? They're the same people who are the just, the meek, the poor, the saints, all the same people. That's talking about the Israelites. All right, all of Israel. Regardless that 2/3 of Israelites are in wickedness. All right, because they're in wickedness because they're blinded. All right, they're blinded from this truth. Okay? So they're going to be cut off and die on this side. But they're still going to get the kingdom nonetheless, all right, based on the seed and the promises and the prophecy, all right? You understand that? They'll just come back as the children of the elect. You got that? All right. Now, let's continue here. The thoughts of the righteous are right, and the counsels of the wicked are deceit. You see that? All right. And I don't think I need to get into that word deceit. I think you people can do that on your own. All right. Saves time. All right. All right. Let's continue reading here. The words of the wicked are to lie in wait for blood. You see that? And again, you people want more understanding of this. Again, this stuff is all over the scriptures. I'll give you some examples. You can go read Psalms, the 10th chapter. And go read Psalms, the 64th chapter. All right. We call them the Illuminati scriptures. All right. Go read those. And, you can get even more understanding, about that. All right. I'm going to give you some plenty of precepts here, but I'm just saying you can go do that on your own at another time. All right. When you have time. All right. But the mouth of the upright shall deliver them. So who's the upright? The Israelites, the elect of Israel. All right? The ones that are in this truth. All right? And have this wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding. They're the upright. All right? So the mouth of the upright shall deliver them. You understand? So what not only cleanses you, but what saves you is this word. All right? This is where your salvation lies. It lies here. You understand? It doesn't lie in the book of the dead. All right? It doesn't lie in any philosophy book. It doesn't lie in the churches. All right? It doesn't lie in believing the media, in trusting man, the politicians, the rudiments of the world, vain deceits. You understand? It lies in the testimony of Yahushua, the Hamashiach. Okay? That's where your salvation lies. What is that? Isaiah 33 and 6. Wisdom and knowledge will be the stability of thy times. What times? These times. All right? And strength of salvation. Do you understand that? You people get it? All right? And the wicked are overthrown. You see that? And are not, but the house of the righteous shall stand. You see that? So the wicked's going to be overthrown. That's what the Lord is already doing. He's already bringing it to all these other nations. Okay? And this is just the beginning. He's playing with them. He's toying with them. He's making them suffer before he brings the ultimate destruction the ultimate plague of that ICBM, that nuclear fire. Okay? Which in the scriptures will be referred to as that fire and brimstone. Okay? But you people can't see it because you don't know the other scriptures. Okay? You don't understand precepts. Okay? You don't understand it. All right? He tells you in Isaiah 54:16, all right? He tells you, let's take you there. Isaiah 54:16, all right? Behold, I have created the smith, as in the blacksmith, people, and the blacksmith made weapons of war. You understand that? In modern day, what is a modern day blacksmith? A scientist, all right? That bloweth the coals in the fire, that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. For whose work? The Lord's work. This is part of his armory. These are part of his armies. He is the Lord of hosts, hosts meaning armies. All right? Because again, you people don't understand what you're reading. You simply read it, oh, the Lord of hosts, and whatever, without understanding what host means. All right? When you get into that etymology of that word, it's talking about armies. All right? And the Lord is the host of armies. Part of his arsenal, okay, are the ICBMs. He had Esau create them for his own destruction. Do you understand that, people? Now, let me ask you something. Would you like to play chess against the Lord, knowing that how many moves ahead is he against everybody else? He had Esau Edom, the white man, right, who is the sword of the Lord. He's just a tool, a vessel that is used, like everybody else, because men's goings are of the Lord. He directed men's steps, all right? He controlleth the hearts and minds of the kings of the earth, Proverbs 21:1, all right? So he had him create the weapons that would destroy him, that would be of his own destruction. Do you understand that, people? Okay, you get it? So continuing reading here. And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, the Lord's work, and I have created the waster to destroy. What's that talking about? The ICBMs. That nuclear fire. You understand? And there are so many scriptures that talk about it. You know, go to Joel, the 2nd chapter. All right? Go to, from there, go to Revelations, the 9th chapter. Start at the 16th verse. Okay? And read on down. Go to Revelations, the 18th chapter, which talks about America, Babylon, the great destruction. All right? Which is also all throughout the scriptures, like, you know, Isaiah, the 13th chapter, all right? Isaiah, the 34th chapter, all right? And start at the top at verse 1 and read on down. Go to Isaiah, the 47th chapter. Go to Ezekiel, the 35th chapter. All right, go to Jeremiah 49, 50, 51. Okay? Are you people, is this registering with you? You see how many chapters I'm giving you here that speaks? And when you see the word Babylon, it's talking about the daughter of Babylon, the daughter of the Chaldeans. This is all coded, people, but it's all talking about America, Babylon the Great. Mystery Babylon the Great that you read in Revelation chapter 17, around the 5th verse there. the mother of harlots, abominations of the earth, who reigneth over the kings of the earth. And again, for you people to understand that, you have to know the scriptures and you have to know history. You have to go back to Daniel, the little horn. All right? And then understand and break down the parable there in Revelation 17. You know, about the 7 heads and the 10 horns. You have to understand all that. And understand that the 7 heads, 7 mountains, it's talking about kingdoms. Okay, and you'll see not even the word kingdoms, you'll see the word kings. There are 7 kings. Okay, and 5 have fallen. So it's really talking about that word kings is kingdoms, and 5 have fallen. You understand? And you have to know who the 5 that have fallen are. It's giving you the parable. You have to solve it. You can't do that without understanding history. Whether it's the scriptures or circular history, because you're going to need both. And you can't do that. All right? And until you do, what is it? You're in darkness. You have no understanding. You don't understand that you're living in the last leg and extension of the revived Roman Empire. You don't even know who that is or how it's made up. And that's the EU nations, NATO and America, Babylon the Great, that make up that system. And America is the 8th head that comes out of the 7. The 5 fallen kingdoms. Germania Major, Germania Minor, Spain, France, and the Greek Empire. Those are your 5 fallen kingdoms. Then one that is the Roman Empire during the time that John the Revelator wrote the book of Revelations on the island of Patmos as a political prisoner in the salt mines in his 90s. So now that's 6 kingdoms. So there's one more, right? 7, right? The 7 heads of 10 horns. So, and then one has not yet come, but must continue a short space. All right? And that is the British Empire. That's 7. Now, as you continue to read the parable, there is an 8th that comes out of the 7. Who came out of the British Empire, out of Great Britain? How was America started? 13 British colonies. And the 3 roots, as you read in Daniel chapter 7, that were plucked up were the British, the French, and Spain. Hello, people. Hello, people. Now, you people, who are not in this truth, you wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that because it's not given out to you to know. All right? But we do this work because we're commanded to do it. All right? We're commanded to do this work and bring this truth out. For who? It's not for everybody. This is for the elect. This is for them. All right? To make sure that they hear it and that light switch goes on in them. You understand? All right? So, I've proven to you, again, many things. We're moving on, people. All right? We'll be right back, I believe, with part 6. All right? Shalom.